Top 10 NFL Kickers 10-1, 2016 edition. Phil Dawson, age 42. Greg Zuerlein, age 29. Chris Boswell, age 26. Ryan Succop, age 30. Brandon McManus, age 26. Graham Gano, age 30. Cairo Santos, age 25. Dustin Hopkins, age 26. Novak, age 35. Sturgis, age 28. Number 10, Sebastian Janikowski, age 39. Sebastian Janikowski, very long time place kicker for the Oakland Raiders. I believe he'll be in the Hall of Fame for sure as a kicker, especially since Morton Anderson has pretty much, I would say, gotten the door wide open for kickers to start, getting their path into the Hall. Sebastian is one of those guys that will be in the Hall, even if he was just a one-time Pro Bowler in his career, which I think that's complete and utter blasphemy. I just feel like he should have been more time in the Pro Bowl. For the most part, he was always, pretty good. I wouldn't say he was always the top kicker, but he was always pretty damn good, especially with his whole 50-plus yard field goal attempts that he's gotten and makes. I mean, he has a cannon of a leg. It really does, and he's went through a lot with the Oakland Raiders. I know he will be an Oakland Raider legend, and will have his number retired. But I do believe that he will be for sure enshrined into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton. Now, Janikowski right now has 1 year, $3.77 million contract. So will he live on and play that long tenure kicker? As he turns 40, will he continue like one of those guys like Vinatieri, like Dawson, or will he retire? Time will tell. We don't know. Right now, he is number 10. He is one of the top kickers in the league, and he is part of the Oakland Raiders. So, as of right now, played in all 16 games. He had 1 for 1 from the 0 to 19 mark. From the 20 to 29 mark, he was 9 for 9. For the 30 to 39 mark, he was 6 for 6. For the 40 to 49 yard mark, he was 10 for 11. And then from the 50 plus, he was 3 for 8. So, not bad. Definitely not bad. Overall, he was 29 for 35 with a long of 56. He had an 82.9 field goal percentage. He also was 37 for 39 in extra points, giving him 94.9% extra point percentage. So not bad. Yeah, pretty much this year he scored 124 points, and he's definitely way on his mark to getting 2,000 for sure. In the playoffs, he did have 2 for 2 in extra points, no field goals at all. He did score 2 points though. Yeah, no Pro Bowl again, nothing like that. But he's always been a consistent guy and just always a really great kicker. So the man from Poland that was once drafted in 2000 and is now a 39-year-old vet is still keep on churning. And he's definitely making his possible place in Canton a reality if he continues playing and continuously being productive. Number 9, Nick Folk, age 32. I truly do think Nick Folk has always been kind of a above average kind of guy. Definitely has had his fair share of terrible kind of years, but he's progressed pretty much. He's bounced back a lot since pretty much the 2012 year. He had a rough year for a little bit, but was pretty good in Dallas. Pretty good as a Jet, and now he is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer with a contract of 1 year, $1.75 million. So the 32-year-old still capable of performing. We will see. I feel like that was just kind of a cautious contract. I'm not sure if it's because they just don't think he's clutch enough or whatnot. But let's just take a look at the stats, and I'll break down Why Nick Folk definitely is better kicker than Janikowski. Basically, I could just tell you right now, it's just his whole consistency is a little better than Janikowski. Janikowski has definitely had his fair share of inconsistency years where it's just, he was 70% not great, and then he rised up, and then he went down. Where Nick Folk, he had 3 bad years, but now he's stepping it up. So, honestly, yeah, Nick Folk's been pretty good. So let's take a look, shall we? 16 games he played. He was 12 for 13 on the 20 to 29. He was 10 for 11 on the 30 to 39. On the 40 to 49, he was 3 for 3, and on the 50 plus, he was 2 for 4, giving him 27 for 31. He had a 51 long and 87.1 field goal percentage. He also was 24 for 26 extra point wise, 92.3 extra point percentage. So really not bad. Pretty much playoff wise, we all know Nick Folk has not been in the playoffs since 2010. So maybe this year we'll definitely see that, a different change. Again, he had 105 points this year, so pretty good for him. And like I said, no playoffs at all for him yet, no Pro Bowl, nothing, no awards, but still very consistent, still very good kicker. And yeah, he's one of the most consistent kickers in the league that we got, and that's why he's on this list, because many are either really young and still developing, or just really old and just kind of wearing down. This kind of guy is just right there in the middle. So we'll see how he does in Tampa Bay. Again, you lose Aguayo, really wasn't that great of a kicker, and bring in Nick Folk. I feel like that's a pretty good upgrade. So props for them to signing Nick Folk. Number 8, Matt Prater, age 33, Detroit Lions place kicker. Awesome guy, just pretty good kicker. He's definitely had pretty good numbers, pretty stable numbers, and has been around a while. I mean, pretty much you're looking at starting out in Atlanta and Denver in one year, staying in Denver for a bit, going to Detroit. So he's had his fair share of instabilities, but really it's just made him even stronger, made him a great individual, and I believe he's doing pretty well this year. So let's just take a look at what he's done for the Lions. So 16 games he played, he had no field goals from 0 to 19. So I'm just letting you know, if I don't say the number at all, it means he didn't have anything, just like I did with the last one. I didn't say 0 to 19, none. I just didn't even say it. So just giving you guys a fair warning, because I did not tell you that, guys, before. So sorry about that. Anyway, Matt Prater, 10 for 10, 20 from the 20 to 29 yard. 30 to 39, he was 4 for 5. 40 to 49, he was 10 for 14, and 50 plus 7 for 7. He was perfect, so really great. He had 31 for 36 was his total field goal, pretty much makes and attempts. His long was 58, and he had an 86.1 field goal percentage, along with a 31 for 33 extra point made to extra point attempts, and a 93.9% extra point percentage. So pretty good, really good. Again, overall, yeah, pretty much that's all you got. Matt Prater, though, in the playoffs, as Detroit went to Seattle, he was 2 for 2 field goal wise, 100%. So he scored 6 points there. Other than that, that was pretty much all for him, and that's what he pretty much did. He scored 124 total points in the regular season, and like I said, 6 points in the postseason. But it did earn him a Pro Bowl in 2016, so pretty good. Like I said, pretty good year he's had. He's had a pretty good year for the most part, and he's one of those really good dudes. It's going to be very consistent. It's going to, like I said, kickers, they have one job. You either make it or miss it, and for the most part, he makes it. So I think it complements Matt Stafford well. When you have a reliable kicker there, you want a touchdown, but if you don't get the 7, you need a reliable kicker to at least put some points up on the board. Matt Prater is that, and as of right now, He has a 1-year, $3 million contract status as of right now. That's his contract status. Overall, pretty solid kicker. So yeah, he is number 8. Number 7, Dan Bailey, age 29. Dan Bailey, Dallas Cowboys place kicker. Very good kicker. Very accurate, and really has had one of the most accurate kind of field goal percentage of all time, pretty much. Like he's kind of up there on the list, which is fantastic to say about a guy that's still in his 20s and has been in the league since 2011, so not that long ago. Yeah, pretty much consistent guy. Let's get right to it. With his contract, 4 years, $12.86 million. Again, for the Dallas Cowboys, they have a lot of faith in this guy. So, I mean, if you didn't know already, you know how you have the attack of Zeke and you have the attack of Dak in that offense. Well, the reason that Dallas is also really complete is also because their ability to have good special teams, and I think their special teams are pretty solid. So they should feel pretty good about that. Anyway, let's take a look at Dan Bailey, shall we? So he played 16 games. He was 9 for 9 from the 20 to 29, from the 30 to 39, 8 for 8, from the 40 to 49, 7 for 9, and from the 50 plus, 3 for 6. So pretty solid. 27 for 32 combined, 56 is long, 84.4%. He also was 46 out of 46 extra point wise, 100% from that mark. Now, in the playoffs, he actually had 3 field goals out of 3. So he was 3 for 3, as well as 2 for 2 extra point wise. And so he scored a total of 11 points. And like I said, it's pretty damn good. Pretty good. Now, scoring wise, regular season, he had 127 total points. So like I said, very good. Didn't make a Pro Bowl, nothing like that, but should have. I think he's still just a really accurate kicker, and he's able to make his kicks well, and yeah, just super accurate, super cool, and just another weapon for Dallas to have to put up points on the board. So that's what matters, is winning games. So he's a guy that can win for you. Number 6, Stephen Gostkowski, age 33. Stephen Gostkowski, long-time New England Patriot, a guy that's been through, I would say, a pretty good success. Just seeing a lot of kind of ways of winning Super Bowls. Like I said, a guy that's been through a pretty nice life. I wouldn't say he's had a terrible life. He's not been on a terrible team. He's been on a team that's going to the AFC Championship a lot. So, in reality, what kind of terrible life did he have? Because he's really going through a lot of great years. Now, Gostkowski, 2 years, $8.6 million. That's his contract status as of right now. Not too bad, not too shabby. Player that's getting that kind of money, kicking for the New England Patriots, winning Super Bowls. It's not much negativity I can see from that. As you look at what he's got right now, 16 games he played. He was 9 for 9 from the 20 to 29. From the 30 to 39, he was 7 for 9. From the 40 to 49, he was 9 for 10. And from the 50 plus, 2 for 4. So able to kick long-range field goals. Overall was 27 for 32. Longest field goal was 53 yards. He has an 84.4 field goal percentage this year, as well as 46 for 49 extra points, with a 93.9 extra point percentage. So not too bad at all. Overall, 127 points he scored in the regular season. In the playoffs, the 3 games that he played, which he evidently won a Super Bowl, of course, as you know. He scored 28 points, 7 for 7 field goal wise, and also 7 for 9 extra point, which included that miss in the Super Bowl that people thought shifted the momentum and New England would lose. Yes, again, they're standing as the world champs right now. Anyway, so as of right now, no Pro Bowl, no first team All-Pro for him this year, but still has a lot of respect for his peers. I respect him for sure. He's been a very consistent guy, and we'll see how he does. I definitely have seen better years from him, so I'm expecting him to have a bounce back year this year, and you know, just be a great kicker like he always is. So, number 5, Stephen Hauschka, age 32. So Stephen Hauschka, how about him? A long-time Seattle Seahawk, as you know. Just such a great kicker, you know. Started out in Baltimore, went to Seattle. Really, people knew who he was from his really just excellent years as a kicker. I think he'll be missed. I really do. I think he'll be very missed in Seattle. They do bring in Blair Walsh. Everyone knows him for that very badly missed field goal in the Minnesota game. I still think he'll be fine. As long as he can get one of those really clutch kicks, then his name can be slated off as a choke artist, because just because you missed one big field goal, it happens. People miss plays all the time, and there's ways to avoid him from kicking that field goal to decide that. So the entire team was at fault for losing that game. Just saying. So I'm at defense with the kickers. The kickers have a lot of pressure on their side. They're peoples that honestly, they're you know, when the going gets tough, they are kind of they're the backbone. You know, they're the guys that are going to be like, it's okay, I got you guys. They're going to save the day, or they're going to unfortunately miss, and people are going to remember them as, oh, you guys messed up. Well, you know, if you're in that position and you're exactly the kicker, then you won't know. So right now, criticizing them for missing something or whatever, it's kind of not right. You guys are kind of being kind of jerks about it. Because kickers do have a lot of pressure on their side. You know, they don't play snap to snap. They can't just make a mistake and then come back and do it again. They might not have that many shots. You know, every shot is critical. It's a lot of pressure. Of course, sometimes you're going to miss. You know, it happens, and I think that's kind of it's just sad just to see that you're, you know, giving them a lot of crap for just missing a field goal. You know, it's a lot of pressure. They work really hard to get where they are. So give them some slack. Come on. Anyway, enough about that. Stephen Hauschka signed with the Buffalo Bills. He is now a Bill. His contract is 3 years, $8.85 million. So you can see what's going on there. Like I said, brand new deal. Definitely well deserved to be paid pretty well. I'm not sure exactly what happened, why Seattle did not re-sign him. I'm pretty sure maybe they just didn't have enough money. I don't know. All I know is they will definitely miss him for sure. He's always been one of the most clutch kickers and one of the most reliable, and he is one of the most accurate kickers in the league, NFL history-wise, I would say. Now, let's take a look at what he had as of right now, as of this year. What did he accomplish? Well, he played 16 games. He was 11 for 13 and 20 to 29. From the 30 to 39, he was 13 for 13. For 40 49, he was 8 for 10, and then 50 plus that one attempt, he made it. So he was 1 for 1, 100%. He was 33 for 37 combined. 53 was his longest field goal, 89.2 field goal percentage, and 29 for 35 extra point combined for an 82.9 extra point percentage. Very clutch guy for Seattle. Now, scoring summary at 128 total points, and in the playoffs, the 2 games, he was 4 for 4 field goal and 4 for 5 extra point, which had 16 points total. Overall, people are going to miss this guy from Seattle, but now he is apparently going to be a Buffalo Bill for a while, so I think they got a big boost, and I think they should be happy with them getting Stephen Hauschka on their team. Again, Seattle, I know they'll miss this guy, but it's whatever. It's life. People go on, people move on, people go to different teams, people get good contracts. You take the money, you know, when you've been very productive. So he deserves everything he's got, and I wish him the best of luck. And he is a top 5 kicker right now. Number 4, Mason Crosby, age 32. Mason Crosby has been a Green Bay Packer ever since 2007, hasn't left, and there's no reason for them to get rid of him, honestly. He's been a fantastic kicker for them, for the most part, very accurate, and, you know, just a really awesome kind of guy to have on your team, honestly. Now, Mason Crosby, 3 years, $12.07 million as of right now. That's his contract. yeah, very well deserved. Very liked guy. I don't really hear much negativity from him. So looking at what he's done right now, he's got 16 games played this year. He was 1 for 1 from 0 to 19. From 20 to 29, he was 6 for 6. From 30 to 39, he was 13 for 15. From 40 to 49, he was 5 for 6. And from 50 plus, he was 1 for 2. Overall, 26 out of 30. 53 long, 86.7 field goal percentage, 44 out of 47 extra point with a 93.6 extra point percentage. Scoring summary, he had 122 total points. And in the playoffs, he was 3 for 4 field goal, 10 for 10 extra point, giving him 19 points. No, he was not a Pro Bowler, no All-Pro. It's unfortunate. I think he's been definitely a guy that's been snubbed out of the Pro Bowl, and he's been a guy that's just a fantastic player to see, and very accurate for the most part. And his Canton status is a little iffy, but I feel like if he continues the way he's going right now and just continues to play for a while, we can definitely see a change of direction. Just would like to see him a little more accurate, but he's a pretty good kicker for the most part, so got to put him up here. Number 3, Adam Vinatieri, age 44. So the next two guys you'll see are pretty veteran-like, and the reason they get on this list is not only are they accurate, which I can see why I could switch Crosby and Hauschka together. I just can't seem to not put Vinatieri in top 3 because he's done it for so long and so consistent. And for a guy that's about to be 45 and is still kicking, is still in the league, is still doing himself and just doing just great, like doing himself just fantastically. And the fact that he's so close, technically he's so close. He's got 70 more field goals, which I think he could break. I really do. To get 600 field goals made in his career, he's already got, I feel like he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He should be in Canton. I really do believe Vinatieri should be in Canton. He really deserves that crown. He's just been the clutch kicker as well. That should be on his resume. He just solved so many solutions to so many problems in terms of close games on the line, Super Bowls on the line, wild card, divisional, whatever you need. He stepped in there and he was clutch, and it just nothing fazed him. And I think that's what an all-time great is, and that's what he has. He's got a clutch gene, and he's just got a consistency gene that I love from him. He's got 1 year, $3 million left in his contract. Will this be it? Will Vinatieri leave the game, or will he stay and continue playing? I know he hasn't wanted to really. He has said it himself. He doesn't want to stop, right? He thinks he can play for a while. I think, kicker-wise, I feel like he could play to 50. I would love to see that. I think he's got that in him. Honestly, I think he's got it. Vinatieri, man, he's got it. When you're looking at what's going on right now, 16 games he played this year. He was 3 for 3, 20 for 29, 7 for 7, 30 for 39, 10 for 12, 40 for 49. And this is why he is top 3. 7 for 9, 50 plus. 50 plus yards, he has 7 out of 9. He's almost perfect. That's fantastic for a 44-year-old about to be 45. That's awesome. And you're looking at 27 for 31. His longest field goal was 54, 87.1 field goal percentage, as well as perfect 44 for 44, 100% extra point percentage. So there's nothing else I can really say. He's gifted, and he's Hall of Famer for sure. 125 total points in the regular season. Hasn't been in the playoffs in about 3 years, and he didn't make the Pro Bowl. Hasn't made the Pro Bowl in 3 years, unfortunately. But yes, he should be on this list for one of the best kickers of all time. I would definitely have to argue that he is one of the best kickers of all time. But Adam Vinatieri on this list right now, still active. He's number 3. Number 2, Matt Bryant, age 42. Another guy that's been in this league for many, many years and really has given us moments of just greatness, honestly. Definitely hasn't been as much recognized as Adam Vinatieri, but should be in the really discussion for, in my opinion, the Hall of Fame as well. I think both of them would definitely fit well in the Hall of Fame. Morton Anderson's in there. I would love to see Vinatieri and Bryant in there. Love to see Phil Dawson as well. Those guys just, they make my day, man. Matt Stover as well, like those kind of guys, Matt Elam, those kind of dudes. John Hansen. Those guys got to be in the Hall of Fame. Eventually, I would love to see more kickers in the Hall. Now, Matt Bryant has been doing this for a very long time. Has been in Atlanta since 2009. Previously was in Tampa, Indianapolis, Miami, and New York. Yeah, he's been fantastic. He really has. Definitely been the old timer, But the thing that's very impressive, like Vinatieri, is that they're just super consistent for their age. Bryant's got 1 year, $2.83 million left in his contract. So we'll see if that's it for him or if he continues to play. You never know with these two dudes. Now, Bryant, 16 games he played. He was 12 for 12 from the 20 to 29. He was 7 for 8 from the 30 for 39. He was 9 for 9 from the 40 to 49 and 6 for 8 from the 50 plus. Again, another reason why I got him on this list high is because look at that. Like for a 42-year-old, he's able to put up those kind of numbers, which overall set him at a 34 for 37. Longest was 59 yards, almost a 60-yarder for a 42-year-old, and had a 91.9 field goal percentage. That's great. Also, 56 for 57 extra points combined, and 98.2 is extra point percentage, along with punting 2 times for 67 yards, and had an average punt of 33.5. That's not bad. That's really not bad, and that's why, like I said, fantastic guy. 158 total points, one of the league leaders in there. Also to the point that he also had in 3 playoff games 3 for 3 field goals, and was 13 for 14 on extra points. Had a total of 22 points. That's pretty great. Also the fact that he finally got his Pro Bowl. That's pretty great. So had a pretty good year. And I think Matt Bryant will still continue to have a great year as he continues to age. I think both him and Vinatieri will continue to just keep rolling with these field goals and keep being just bosses. They're proving the NFL wrong. That age does not matter. It's all about the passion and the consistency of how you work hard. The best kicker in the league, number 1, Justin Tucker, age 27. Baltimore Ravens. First of all, he's one of the most accurate kickers in the league. He's very fun to watch. He's a funny dude. For the most part, people know who he is. And, yeah, he is a lot of their offense in a way. Honestly, there's been times where this offense of Baltimore has really struggled to really put points up on the board, and Justin Tucker's really carried them points-wise. Honestly, I feel like Justin Tucker's one of those guys that gets overlooked, but he's a fantastic kicker, and a guy that honestly is fun to watch, dude. He's just a really good kicker, and one of the most accurate, actually the most accurate kicker in the league this year. And he just has fun with it. He's a fun guy to be around, and he's made the most out of his career right now. It's pretty great to see that. I really enjoy Justin Tucker. Yeah, no, honestly, number 1 kicker in the league for sure. He's just proven day in and day out that he can kick with the best of them out there from those long 50-yard bombs, dude. And he's just almost perfect. It's great. I think he'll have another year like that. You're looking at Tucker, 3 years, $12.6 million. Definitely money's well spent, and smart money for sure for Baltimore. Not like that really giant deal they made for Joe Flacco, which has turned out to be kind of bad, I would say. Justin Tucker just is more consistent, and just like I said, it's you rarely see him make mistakes. Anyway, Justin Tucker, 16 games he played. He was 4 for 4 from 20 to 29. From 30 to 39, he was 10 for 11. From 40 to 49, perfect, 14 to 14. From 50 plus, he was perfect, 10 for 10. And overall, 38 for 39 field goals, 57 long. That was his longest kick. And 97.4 field goal percentage. As well as a perfect 27 for 27 extra points, which of course is 100% extra point every year. He's always perfect from that. That's nothing new. Passing wise, he actually had 1 attempt. Didn't go anywhere, but you can see what he's doing. just to see extra statistics for you guys. 141 total points for him this year, as well as no playoffs, of course. But he got an All-Pro, and he was a Pro Bowler. So pretty good year for him. You know, he just keeps showing the world that he can do it. And you know, he's an entertaining guy. I enjoy watching him. And yeah, you got to give it to Justin Tucker. He's the best kicker in the league for sure.